Hi besties, today it's Trad Goth Day. I got this palette from Mob and Jessica Hayes. This is the Trad Goth palette. I did use it in my previous look, but I wanted to do like a dedicated video using all of the shades. So this is the look that I came up with. Now, the only thing from this collection that you will not see me using in this video is going to be the Hayes lip gloss. I just didn't feel like it went with the lip look, so I did use it in my previous video, and I have videos on my TikTok trying it out if you'd like to see it on. It's a beautiful, like, dead girl, kind of grayish, purpley, mauve-y color. It's gorgeous. I love it. I just didn't feel like it went with this lip combo. While you're here, besties, please check out the links in my link tree. I have several links to support the humanitarian crises happening in Tigray, Ethiopia, Democratic Republic of Congo, Sudan, as well as Haiti. I also have a few Palestinian families that I'm trying to raise money for, as well as some immigration resources linked to my bio as well. So if you can't donate, please share this video. Also, if you're new here, I would love to have you as a subscriber, so please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, all of that. It really helps with the algorithm, and I would really appreciate it, especially as a smaller creator, if you're so inclined. I try to put out new videos just about every single week. I have been trying to post more on YouTube, so I would love if you could stick around and be part of my journey here. If you'd like to see how I got this look, please keep watching. Okay, besties. So we're going to be going in with the Trad Goth palette from Jessica Hayes and Mob Beauty. I've used this in my previous video, but I want to do a dedicated video because I freaking love this palette. Look at it. So first I'm going to start off with the white, which is called Blanc. And I'm just going to take that on a big brush that looks like this. I'm just going to get that in there just on my brow bone because I want to make sure that there is a highlight there. This won't be that dramatic like once the rest of my face makeup is done, but I love a like bright highlight on the brow bone. Now I'm going to take the shade Shadow Play, which is this beautiful gray shade, just on a fluffy brush that looks like that. And I am just going to get that into the crease. I am making sure to pat this in because since the paint pot is unset, if you go in with like a swiping motion, it's gonna get patchy. But I want these shadows to be at their full pigment. That is why I left the paint pot unset. And then once you kind of pat that, then you can blend it. So just like that, I'm just gonna do like a gray wash kind of all over the lid. The brow bone highlight kind of puts the highlight in there, and then I can kind of blend up towards that, but it's already making sure that I don't go too high with the shadow. It's just something I like to do sometimes. So I'm gonna do like a gray wash all over the lid, just like that. This is just gonna be like the base for our look. And then we are just blending out and upwards. Alrighty, besties. I love that gray shade. It is so easy to build up. Like genuinely all that's on my lid and in my crease is the gray shade. You can literally build it up, but then you can also like smoke it out and literally like a multi-dimensional look already. Like you could probably stop there. I'm not going to, obviously, but you could. On that same fluffy brush, I'm going to take the shade Black. So right here, just very, very lightly. And we're going to do like an outer corner kind of into the crease moment just for some darkness. Just like that, just kind of in like a V shape. It's okay if it's like messy, but this palette's so good. I almost want to take that black on my like inner lid. I think I'm going to. I'm gonna get a smaller brush. So I'm gonna take a brush that looks like this and just take that same black shade again, just on like the very tips and the very edge, just like that. And then tap it off, and I'm just gonna pop that right there. I love a halo eye. If y'all have watched my videos before, I love like a inner and outer darkness. I just think it looks so cool. Ooh, that's fun. Sometimes I just don't know what I'm gonna do. Alrighty, besties. Now for the center of the lid in this beautiful halo, I'm gonna take M111. This is a newer cream clay. I did use it in my previous video. This is like a beautiful kind of gray lavender, and I want to use this as a base for the Milky Way shade just in the center. I want to make sure that it's at its full pigment. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this on the, excuse the fact that my hand's a little orange. I tried these like tanning drop things I'm glad I didn't try them on my face because they're looking a little orange. So yeah, I tried those as like a patch test on the back of my hand, literally just like one drop. And yeah, so I'm just gonna take that just very, very lightly on the back of my hand. I'm literally like dabbing it off. Just like that. in the center, I'm just mapping out where I want that beautiful shadow to go. Excuse my nails, I could not be bothered. And then with my clean finger, I'm going to take the shade Milky Way, which is this beautiful like smoky pewter. So I'm just going to take that on my clean finger and just pop that on. See that? It's just, God, that's beautiful. I mean, yeah, Jessica and Mom really know how to do eyeshadow because I'm quite literally obsessed. Oof, gosh. These two together, the cream clay and the shade Match Made in Heaven. I used it in my lip combo last time, so like I already know. I feel like I want to add a little bit of sparkle to this because of who I am as a person. So I'm gonna take, just on my finger, this shade from Sarazaar Cosmetics. This is their pigment in the shade Ethereal. It is holographic gorgeousness. I'm literally just gonna take like what's outside of the cap just on my finger. I don't want this to be like crazy opaque. I just want it to give like a little bit of shimmer. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at. Oh. See, it just enhances the Milky Way shade. Also, I did apply my lip plumper in between steps. I'll let this sit, and then before I put on my lip color, I will put on my lip moisturizer. This one is my favorite. It's the Massage Envy brand. This one is like a holiday one. It is a sugar cookie one. This is the best lip balm I've ever used. It's like $15, but it's like a lip balm, lip gloss kind of hybrid. Obsessed with it. Alrighty, so that's what we're looking like. I've got both my under eyes primed. I'm gonna take Shadow Play, which is the gray shade, just on a flat shader brush that looks like that. Excuse the noise in the background. The dogs in my neighborhood are very upset about something. Just gonna go inner and outer because I want to kind of mimic what we're doing on the upper. Okay, besties, and with that same fluffy brush that we used before for the black shade, I'm going to use the black shade on the lower just to darken that up with just a bit. Probably won't go as dark on the bottom as I did the top. We're just going to lightly pop that on top. Then I'm going to do that same combination of shades. So we're going to take the M111 Cream Clay and then the Milky Way shade for the center, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, besties, that's what we're looking like. I did go ahead and leave the pigment out of the bottom. I'm also probably going to add black liner to this because of who I am as a person. But I am going to leave out my face makeup as far as like filming it, just for time purposes. But if y'all would like to see a full video on that, I'm happy to do it. I just won't be in this video. So I'm going to finish up the rest of my face makeup and be right back. Besties, I have so much to tell you. Let's go from top to bottom. So I have M170 from the Grunge Core palette on my temples and on my cheeks as a bronzer. My lashes are my Kiss So Wispy in style 11. I love these. On my inner corner, I used that Sarazaar Cosmetics pigment, the ethereal pigment, just a little bit more concentrated, almost like a V shape. I just feel like it looks so cool. My liners are my NYX Epic Ink liquid liner, just for a little wing, and then my Beauty Creations Outer Space pencil. On my cheeks, I did my Courtney and Jessica combo again. So this is the M150 Cream Clay Blush, which is a beautiful bright pink. But then I kind of toned it down with the M158 Cream Clay Shadow from Southern Goth. For my highlight, I have my Half Magic Glitter Puck in Dopamine Sparkle. I really need to buy this silver one. I feel like it would have gone really good with this, but since this is like a sheer enough kind of glitter, it went fine. I have that as well on my brow bone. My lip combo, I used my NYX Line Loud lip liner in Evil Genius, which is just a beautiful black shade. These are really long wearing. I really like those. And then I took my Mob M141 Cream Clay Shadow. This is from Jessica's, one of Jessica's collections. It is like a beautiful kind of powder blue, and I use that in the center of my lips. And I thought about going in with Haze lip gloss, but I really loved how the blue and the black look together. So I just took a little bit of her Dark Star lip gloss on top. Y'all have seen me, if y'all have seen my videos, y'all have seen me use this, but Look at that. I just felt like it went so well, and I like very lightly kind of dabbed it on top. I love using these cream clay shadows on the lips. They really do like blur out the lip lines, and they're so flattering on the lips. If you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. You are my favorite human being in the whole world. Everything that I'm wearing on my face will be listed in the description box down below. Thanks for watching, besties, and I will see you in my next one.